Good morning, and I'm hoping that my sound is okay because I still haven't actually gone back into check it. Funny thing with Facebook, I've had a bit of a thing, and I'm not sure why that's showing up either. Some of the messages, yeah, it's looking like it's doing the right thing. So wonderful. So we're here this morning to do the 8th of January reading, and it is a Friday. So we've got the cards ready. I'm going to get into it because it's a lovely set of cards this morning. I just really enjoyed laying this spread out, getting it right, all of that stuff, and using the Gilded Reverie, of course. So that's the one that we're using still, is that one, for those who may not have seen it before. So if you want to actually purchase those, I got mine from Booktopia from memory, so it's a lovely deck of cards. Right, and let's start. I'm just trying to find if there's any comments coming up. There is. Good. So the sound's good. Thanks, Stevie. Wonderful to see you here this morning. And Shaz, good morning to you. And here we go. Trina. Sorry, I thought it said Trisha at the first glance, but it's Trina. Good morning to you. I'm going to get into the stream, into the cards description right now, and then I'll go through the hellos and that afterwards, quite lightly, unless there's something in context, but that's all right. And there we go for Tracy. You just snuck it in then. Good morning. Right, here we've got the cards in the layout of the heart still, because that is going to be the one I'm going to primarily use this year. Just feels right for me as far as what energy we're needing to actually put out into the world. The way that we put it out into the world is be it ourselves. So growing and, well, learning more and more about ourselves so that we can understand and fully bring that to our party that is our life. Okay, good morning, Kat. I can see you there. I just won't be putting the feed stream up. Right, so we're starting off with the rider in that first position of where I'm starting this reading from. So there's the rider, and she's bringing in the key. We've got the key. We're bringing this into our today, keeping in mind that central column is our day today, that present moment. Good morning, Kathy. And the key, it is an open door in this depiction. So it's actually something that we've brought our key in like it's part of what we've only just been working through. In this instance, we actually have that key in our hand already, and the message that we're telling ourselves is actually what we're unlocking and bringing that forward into our day to day. And it really does with the theme that I'm having this year. Like, well, is it a theme that I'm going to stop at the end of this year? Because that's going to come as fast as last year did, and all the next following years, because that's what time is. And we've got the stars guiding us along that way. And they're going to be never ending and always present and in that space of what is our energies, so that we've got that full message coming in to continually touch and connect with open, use that key that we've got to unlock those secrets that the stars have for us, that guidance that the stars have for us. For those who do the astrology, it can be just so interesting what that next step is in what is our blueprint, if you like, I suppose. The natal chart really does have a way of being our blueprint. In a more direct way, I suppose, really, than what even these cards can do. But they're all tools that bring us that guidance, and the stars are part of that guidance. We're bringing that into our today. We've got the young lady who is looking back and reflecting on what those past events were. And that's what we do when we sit through our day, or as we move through our day, actually contemplating things that are past, but more just sometimes those little memories that pop up that we're not even planning, that we haven't even thought of. We think of them at the time we think them, but we don't plan to think of them, if you get what I mean. So it's that unexpected part that we have those memories pop in of what is our past. And that does come sometimes from what we've learnt as young children. It's that is our family, that is our ancestors, those reflections. And here we've got the stained glass effect in the background of these lilies that's actually bringing in that even more reflective mode, that what has been our past informing and teaching us where we are right now. And we're bringing that in with so much love, because this heart card, being that's closest to me physically, as I'm looking at this deck of, this spread that is in front of me here on this table, that is the card that is closest to me. It's the closest to my heart. It is the base even of what this heart layout is. Foundations. It's make the heart that part of you that really is grounded, that loving sense, that loving center, that loving feet, into Mother Earth, really grounding it and connecting us today into all that is our feelings, our emotions, our thinking, our expression, how we're putting ourselves out into this world that is humanity. We are connected, remember. So sometimes that can actually be confusing. And we have this here where the labyrinth is contributing as part of that. It possibly is still feeling confusing after the year that we've had, and it's still a fresh year that we're moving into. We have that newness about it and still just exploring and finding our feet for this year, the 2021. And what have we got about us? What have we got in our resource kit? Because here we've got the mice, and they're part of what we're building for our future resources. This is taking advantage of what we have around us without even planning for it, thinking for it, but just what is. Because as we know, mice tend to be those little thieves in the back of the pantry, which is what this one's depicting. The beautiful fruits, the apples, the breads, the cheeses, the whatever might be even in that jug. It could be milk, it could be anything, cream, all sorts of things that can be consumed, eaten. And having these mice take advantage of it, either you've what I got when I first laid this card down was more that we're planning to use our resources or someone else's in a shared capacity. Do it in a shared way. To me, it's the warning, of an awareness, to be aware that we're not stealing someone else's ideas, that we're not stealing someone else's resources, that we are actually going to be creating and harvesting our own. Or if we are sharing others' resources, that it's with permission. It's not with that, the idea that, and claim it as mine, seeing someone else's something that's, and with the internet, it is just so easy to borrow someone else's ideas without that feeling of that you're doing anything wrong. And that's where I feel the mice are warning us in aspects of our life just coming up in our future. Now, whether that's today that we're thinking, we're planning some stuff that's moving forward for our tomorrows, that we're actually working even on, because for me, I know I need to be working on website. Use creative ideas and ways that you want to move yourself forward in that maze of life, of what you're doing in your workspace or in your home space in any way, so that it's actually bringing that lightness and sunshine fully into what is your creations, what is your inner work being expressed in that love space, from that love space out into the world in whatever fashion you do. I know for us these days, with the technology that we have, with what I'm even using here and speaking to you now, it's so much is open and on the internet. Wherever you look, you can search someone's name and you've got lots of information about them without them even being aware how much is out there. I myself have probably fallen guilty to some of that type of thing without realizing, trying to express, without the not snooping. Because I don't want to snoop on anybody, but it certainly is something that even for yourself, when you're trying to build up branding business and that type of thing, you search for your name, you search for the availability of what is a website name that you might be using, or even on Facebook. That's a very limited, narrow channel of social market networking, social media. Trying to think of the right words, and there's just such a confusion in my mind. The choices that we've got, and needing to narrow it down. So here's me with that labyrinth actually working right now in front of you, that mind working through which path next, and all of the choices that we have. Being able to actually clarify and bring it down to something that you can follow and understand easily, it can be a challenge. So it's partly why I do use the cards myself and try to narrow down. I am mindful of what ideas are, what I can create that is my own, but we are influenced by all of that that's around us all the time. We search for our name to see how many places and spaces we actually turn up on the internet, but we're actually present in a physical world here. If you took all of the internet away, what have you left? Look at the importance of that. So, and it's not the best. Yeah. So I know if all of this stuff went away, I'd go through withdrawal symptoms from being connected to screens. But hey, that's what life is. And so I am going to just acknowledge and say, bring up your comments that you've made for the good morning. So I think we got to Kat was the one I'd said good morning, and Kathy, I'd said good morning without bringing up your comments. And here is Shailene, good morning, and Sharon, good morning. I'm really enjoying. Sue, good morning to you too. Just the seeing all your beautiful names and faces. Thank you, Sarah, for popping in as well, and good morning. And here you've got longer comments. We can type. We do love to share. You like the 3 cards up the centre. Yeah. Oh, dear, your cousin in UK's got COVID. That's perfect. Absolutely perfect. And the way that we can connect. Good morning, Saru. That's a new name. Are you new to the My Time? It's, being able to share and connect and gradually get to know each other, even in the smallest infinitesimal way. It doesn't matter. We're connecting via the energy networks that are us, and showing that heart center to each other just by being here. And I thank you for that. But you have no idea how much I really do appreciate you being here. So thank you. Do take to heart what these cards are showing you. Here they are in that beautiful heart shape. Feel the essence of love in everything you do. I'm not imploring you, I'm just inviting you to have that focus of what is this heart card. The card, the heart, that energy that it is, that loving feeling for other people. And it doesn't really matter whether they're your enemies even, to love them, because we are all people with heart. Every single one of us. Every one of us is living from our own center. It's the only way we can. So build on that. Learn who you are and that heart center. Every one of us actually does feel that inner us. It's right for us. That's where we're meant to be, even in wherever we are in living our lives the way we do. It's still our responsibility to actually learn more of who we are and understand that in the context of how we are in this world, to build it up, not pull it down, to love it through these difficulties in all over the world. There's so much happening. Spend some time to just contemplate that inner space of you and love that inner space of you. Sometimes you might feel that you don't know how to love. Just sit and breathe and connect with that is spirit. in whatever way you like to, whether you meditate, whether you just like to tone or hum or sing mantras, or just sit with your eyes closed. Anyway, so thank you for being here. I'm going to leave it at that. Tomorrow morning will be again at 8 o'clock with a different set of cards, of course, and different messages in it, I suppose. So thank you. Oh, and the other thing I was trying to put on here as well was my links to the card readings, because I really do like doing the card readings. And I thought, well, I'd put the Grand to Blow up. Now, I've got it in my Be Live. I just put the link in the comments. Supposed to be able to do it there. I don't know how to do that with my eCam. I still have to find that out. So pop on over to either the YouTube or the mytimetv.live. I have cross-posted to my Boundy page. I do know that. I don't know if that link actually goes to it or not. So wherever the destination of that is, look, give it a try. It's a wonderful way to get a detailed reading. The Grand to Blow is all the cards laid out on the table. And I might do just a demonstration of that again one day soon. Could be tomorrow, because I might have some time tomorrow. So tune in again. But we'll see. As you know, I do live my life a bit in the flow rather than planning stuff ahead. And good question, Sarah. Thank you. I'll see you, Leanne, on tonight. I'd almost forgotten about that. We're Friday today, isn't it? Yes, I'm going to go and schedule that straight away now and get it up so that you can actually link into that and click the button for tonight. So thank you. And it is Friday's Intuitive Chat. It's still here on the mytimetv.live page. And I'm not sure, I haven't actually asked Leanne if she's okay for it tonight, because we have been busy. So, yes, thanks for that, Sarah. Good call, good call. And thanks, Trina. Oh, thank you. That's lovely. Thank you. So I'll see you either tonight on Friday's Intuitive Chat with Leanne and Roz, or tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. Namaste.